because her weight's on her legs, because you put your weight on your arms again. I just want them to see this. So look, every time her weight's on her arms, I could do this. Bring my knees to my chest, like this. 1, 2. Every time their weight's on their legs, bring your legs in. Yes. Now it's harder to pummel, right? But look what I could do. I could frame, I could frame, I could frame, I could frame. Now look. I alleviate all the pressure because look where her legs are again. You see, that's more important. Yes, now I cannot take out my leg. Look, I can't take out my leg. So because of that, I just frame her body. I put my hand on her ankle and I move my head back. 1, 2. Now look, keep my leg trapped. Right? I grab the collar, I push down all the way to her butt. I do this. 1. Now once I get here, look where her foot is. If I cannot remove my knee, keep your knee tight. Yeah. If I cannot remove my knee, she feels like it's wrong to do this because look what I can do. I just put the De La Riva hook and keep my foot tight. Look. Now I bring my knees to my chest. I pretend that my leg is stuck. It doesn't matter. I just bring my knees to my chest. Now my foot comes out. You see, it's impossible for her to keep it there. Now I can flip her. Okay, so she's holding the collar. She's going to step over and go to the knee cut. Both her knees are going to be pinching together like so. This is why I take advantage of the belly button. Because both her knees are pinching together, her weight is equally placed in her butt because she's pinching her knees. I'm going to grab the collar. Instead of pulling my head up and lifting my hips where she's going to put more pressure on me, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my neck on the floor. I'm going to try to put my De La Riva hook in here. Change sides. I'm going to think about what I can frame with this leg because step over my leg. No, yeah, you're here. You're here. I'm going to try to either do this or De La Riva the leg if I can, like so. If I can get my De La Riva hook in, it's going to give me an extra frame that I can keep her leg back a little bit. If I can't, I'm just going to put the side of my foot and do the same thing. Something framing her leg, okay? I'm going to pull her shoulder down just a little bit because I want to put more weight on her butt. The more weight that's on her butt, the more I'll be able to move my body, you see? Because the more weight's on her legs. Put your weight on your arms now. The more weight that's on, no, like just a little. The more weight that's on her arms, the less I'll be able to move my body. But bring your foot up, please. Yeah. The more weight that's on her arms, the less I'll be able to move my body. My hand is going to frame right in front of her leg, like so. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to be framing. I'm going to bring my knee to my chest. And when I bring my knee to my chest, it's going to be a De La Riva hook that I'm going to place, like so. Here. You see, keep my leg trapped. This is what happens, look. I just gave her a dilemma. So come back. For her to keep my leg trapped, she has to put all her weight on her legs, right? But the more weight she puts on her legs, the more I can back up. The more I can back up because she's putting all her weight on her legs. So I really do not like to kick the person up when I get into the knee cut. I feel like it's wrong. And plus you're pulling the person on top of you. So now I just trapped the leg and now I can pass the guard here. You see? So I don't teach to kick the person up ever because I still don't have my frame. When she's here and she does this, she doesn't have her frame anymore, you see. So when I go like this, lift me up, you see how I just fall right into a pass? That is why this is not the best option here. The best option will be following our rules of playing guard. And what are our rules of playing guard? When I start getting over this leg, she's going to bring her knee to her chest. You see? Now, once her knee's over her chest, it makes it way harder for me to stay over this leg. And so I'm here, she's fighting to get her foot out of between my legs, you see? That is what I'm doing when I'm playing guard, always. Whenever anyone grabs anything, I'll bring my knees to my chest, circle it. When you kick the person up, look how she's removing her knee line from her body. Remember what I said about the pass box? So I'm always focusing on different parts of the body when I'm doing my positions. What do I like about the belly button? The belly button is directly in the middle of both legs. If I sit her body directly on top of her belly button, if I place my foot and sit her body directly on top, I have equal weight distribution of both parts of her body. So it's a spot that I really like to utilize when I do all the different positions. If you watch the Berimbolo system, you'll see that in the Berimbolo system, even when I do the knee wedge, I teach them weight distribution. The person standing like this, all their power is centered, you see? So now when I lift them, it's very powerful, okay? So that's why I'm placing my foot in the belly button. If I went on one side of her body, it could be, no, yeah, what I'm saying is if I put my foot on this part of your body, you're gonna leg drag me. See, so I can't do this. If I do this, it could be powerful. It can be powerful because I can lift you like before. But if I put my foot in the middle of her hip, now look. See how strong this is? Because it's directly in the middle of her body. So this is going to be an option for even the overhead sweep for before, the belly button.
What part of your foot are you putting in the belly button? Are you putting your toes? Or are you putting...
I'm putting this part of my foot in your belly button because you're leading, so step
but
over.
where do you want like your foot on the belly button? What part of the...
Here, you step over. And I'm here. I push, I take my leg out. All I do to take my leg out is this. I just put the deli hook in, which I should be able to do, especially if her weight's on her upper body. I just do this. One, knee to chest. Knee to chest, foot in the center of her stomach, right? So now, don't let me take my leg out. Pinch your knees. You see, I can't take my leg out now, right? Because I can't take my leg out, all I do is this. I keep the U-grip, I frame her shoulder, I frame her ankle. I back up. 1, 2. I get my foot here. So if you see what I'm doing, I try to take my foot out. Knee to chest, foot out. So one is this. She's here. She steps over my leg. I bring my knee in my chest. I back up. I put my foot on her stomach. You see? Once I put my foot on her stomach, and something I feel is every time her weight's on her upper body, she can't really stop my deli hiva hook from coming in. You see? So when she puts her weight on her legs, now put your weight on your butt. You see, it's harder for me to put the deli hiva in. So now it's easier for me to back up. Now my foot goes to her stomach. I go here. So go on this side. I'm here. She's here. She steps over. She gets to this spot here, right? So I try to take my leg out, bringing my knee to my chest, connect my foot to her stomach, and now look. Now I can bring her on top of me, letting her body sit on me. Look. Once I get here, I punch her, look the other way. Now I'm in basic berimbolo. 1. I'm in. All I'm doing here, I'm bringing her legs back. Then once I bring her legs back, I'm able to do all my attacks again. So when I'm in deli hiva, and I'm here, and she steps over, I'm bringing her foot higher so she has more pressure on me. Here, look, her weight's on her upper body, right? So all I can do is this. I bring my knee to my chest, now I can put my foot back because she has nothing stopping me. Once she uses her knee to stop me, I push down her shoulders, look. Now look, 1, 2, foot to the stomach. You see how it's exactly the same concept that I'm doing in both spots. It's the same guard concepts, and you do this everywhere. You're just doing it now in deli hiva. And then once we connect the foot to the belly button, look how I'm able to sit her body on top of it. Look, look, look. And if you wanted to move to other spots, look how I can go to all the different spots here to signal like X. You see, there's so many different connections I could do with loading my opponent like this. And that's why deli hiva is awesome, because you can connect to so many different guards when you're playing deli hiva. You see, so I could connect here, I lift, I punch her down, I flip her. She gets here.